Welcome to Indigo Touch. Today we are talking about water cleansing. We are talking about the reasons why people undergo water cleansing, and we are talking about reasons why water cleansing may be unsuccessful for some people. If this interests you, please do like the video, please subscribe, and please share this with anyone else who might benefit from it. So when it comes to cleansing is not limited to going to a manzini, to uyoslanjulula emanzini. We have 4 elements, in fact 5 when you include the other darkness, and all these elements play a certain role in cleansing in a way, and in transformation and transmutation of energy. So when it comes to cleansing, we often look at it as just water, but each and every element is related to each aspect of ourselves. And in this case, since we are talking about water cleansing is related to the left brain, the feminine brain, which is why when you're going to cleanse emanzini uncediswa ngogogo, you are accompanied by the feminine ancestors. They are the ones assisting in the cleaning, in the cleansing, ogogo. So why do people undergo cleansing? People may go for a cleansing or seek cleansing under an instruction. Maybe they have been dreaming of a certain water source, being told what to do when they get there. Or they've just been invited by seeing a certain water source. Some people go seek a cleansing because they have been seeing maybe emotional difficulties, just troubled waters, people traversing troubled waters. And some people may go because they are seeing a stall in their progress, which may be a result of lack of creativity, because creativity is what helps us generate income and what helps us maintain imali. But then if someone is having issues with emotions and creativity and intuition, then it may mean they need to balance their to align with the left brain, with the feminine brain. This is why when people go to, let's say for example, a waterfall, when they get under the water, they may scream and cry because emotions are being liberated. It is liberation and also alignment with the left brain, alignment with the feminine brain, with the emotional and the intuitive brain, which is why people, after they have cleansed, bazothi bahlambulule isithunywa, and now they can be able to ukuhlola abantu because the intuitive side has been liberated and aligned with. So that is why people go for water cleansing. And also abanye may go for water cleansing bethi bahlambulula isilwane. Isilwane, it's not always something that has a form. Sometimes I'm going to make a video about this. Isilwane may be something that's emotional. Our emotions can be our worst enemy. So sometimes isilwane is a result of that. Let's say, for example, someone is struggling with sexual addiction. Each and every addiction is rooted in something emotional. Some addictions are rooted in something, in a memory, a certain trauma that we are trying to suppress. And since memory is related to the left brain, the feminine brain also, when we suppress these, it may come as isilwane. But then when we go to the water, emanzini, then that issue may subside if it was that type of isilwane. So that is why abanye abantu may go for isilwane. It is liberation of that side that has to do with memory, and certain traumas are dealt with. Okay, let me clarify that. It's not that when you go to water suddenly traumas are going to melt away. It's quite a process, and that is why there are follow-up treatments after cleansing. There may be iswasho. Certain colors are for certain things. Iswasho, when it's well crafted by someone who has knowledge on how to build iswasho for you, that is suited for you. The follow-up iswasho and all that, and this and that and that and that, will also assist in helping clearing out and decluttering anything that is left behind. Because cleansing is not a one-day thing. It's not going under flowing water and all issues are solved. There have to be follow-up procedures and follow-up is not to follow up that cleansing, to sustain and maintain that cleansing. Why is water cleansing unsuccessful for some people? Why do some people not have any luck with water cleansing? Life remains the same. There's no change at all. So before undergoing a water cleansing, whether it's actually going to a water source or creating an environment of water, if you are unable to go to water, if let's say the rivers are not safe at that time, there is a way of creating an environment that that will allow us to connect with the waters. But when people are about to undergo water cleansing, there's usually an instruction beforehand. Ukuba, let's say for example, a week before going to Emanzini, you need to fast. And I made a video on fasting because I felt like sometimes we don't get enough information about what does this fasting entail. The purpose of fasting is so that everything can be clear. We can get a clarity ukuba, okay, when I go to the waters, I need to have an understanding ukuba what is the reason I am here. We need to have intention, because when you are fasting, you start to realize ukuba, no man, these habits I've been so attached to, they don't serve me any purpose, because now that I'm in a fasted state, I'm doing so much better. So when going to the waters, it is a matter of removing the urge to go back to those habits that have become habits that we need to get rid of so that our life can progress. But if we come back from cleansing and we still do the same things that we did before, it shows that there was no healing at all. For example, izinto like gossiping. Gossiping comes from a place of insecurity. Insecurity is something that is emotional. So if you find yourself going to the water and then you come back, you're still gossiping and doing this and that and that and that, it shows ukuba you are unhealed. Or in some cases, it's just a matter of pulling yourself back because work had already been done. But then you pulled your vibration down again, because we need to understand, Ukuba, this is a temporary high if we are not able to maintain it. We may go to the water, feel very good for the next 2 weeks, for example. But our habits will determine, Ukuba, does this high remain permanent, or is it just something that is temporary? So if we go back to the same habits that made us go for cleansing in the first place, then that is what pulls us back. That is what makes cleansing even at it was unsuccessful. And then we find, this blame game, Kuba, the healer did not do a right job, they were scamming you, and this and that and that and that and that. But the truth is, it's a two-way street. When we go to the waters, there are two energies involved. In fact, more than two, but then the two energies I'm talking about, your energy and the energy of the healer. If the healer is intentional about the cleansing, it will work, but it depends on where you aligned with the cleansing process. That will determine the success of the cleansing in the long run, because it's not about the healer themselves, it's about you. And also something else that makes the cleansings unsuccessful is the way we leave the waters afterwards, because the water symbolizes our state, it symbolizes our purity, it symbolizes our own emotional well-being. As above, so below; as below, so above. If we go to as within, so without; as without, so within. Yeah. If we go to the waters, we seek cleansing. We seek cleansing, and then if we dump izinto inside the water that don't belong in water, we are speaking against our intention, because water symbolizes what we want to achieve. It symbolizes the tranquility we want to achieve, the fluidity we want to achieve. But if we still pollute the same water we had just been using, then we are sending a certain message, Ukuba, I have introduced ubumtag, I have introduced dirt into the water, so that is what I want to manifest. Because when you choose a certain water spot, you are saying, Ukuba, this is what I want to be. This is how I want to be. I want my emotional state to be reflected, to be a reflection of this calm and beautiful water. But if you dump something that's foreign inside that water, then there's no healing there. It's sending a certain message. And also it's a matter of, Ukuba, upsetting nature, because when we dump izinto foreign in the water, we leave candle wax, it's disgusting, there's plastic, there's everything. We need to remember, Ukuba, they are inhabitants. those spaces are occupied. And when we go to indawo that we share with other creatures and with other energies, and we pollute lo ndawo, then sizibizela ilantuka, sizibizela mashwa. It's a way of just undoing all the work we had just done, because now we have disturbed a habitat that belongs to abanye abantu. We have upset nature, we have upset something, so that's karma. And another common question is, why is it that whenever I'm about to go to the water, something hinders me from going? It's either it rains or just something happens to stop me from going there. And the answer is what I just said, Ukuba. We need to understand why we are going to the waters in the first place, because our lack of understanding is going to cost the waters. Our lack of understanding is the reason why we leave foreign things on the river banks and we put in dirt in the rivers, because we see ourselves as separate from the water. So it is a matter of us first understanding, Ukuba, we are part of the water. The water is us and we are the waters. The water is our source of healing, and only then we will be able to go there and treat the water well. So this is a way of the water guides protecting their habitat from our ignorance, because when we do not know what we went there to do, then we will do whatever that will reflect what we are feeling at that time. So when we are unhealed, we are going there to heal something in ourselves. If we don't understand, Ukuba, this place is my source of healing, this place is a part of me, then we will reflect our unhealed nature in the water by putting izinto that don't belong in the water, near the water, and in the water. So it is a matter of first understanding, sitting on it and asking our guides about, why am I going there? And only then we will be able to create the association between ourselves and the water. So that is all I have to say for today. Please do like the video, please subscribe, and please share this with anyone else who might benefit from it. Till next time.